Thank you so much to each of you joining us here at Earth and Sky, and those of you joining us online. We really appreciate each and every one of you. And I wanted to talk to you about Yule this time. I was going to point out on our Wheel of the Year, this is the time where we are shifting to the Yule festival and all of the beautiful and warm festivities that come during this wonderful time of the year. You can see our 3 English oak trees representing the moon that we just have experienced. It was the first full moon of December, and we are directly opposite the summer solstice. As you can see, the sun down here, that means the longest day of the year, where the sun was shining longest and it hung late in the sky, is the exact opposite time of year than right now. Right now, we're just about ready to experience the cold, the dark, the longest night of the year. For some, that may bring shivers up your spine. For others, you may be a bit excited about what this all means. This is such a beautiful time of year where people come together. Traditionally, as a Celtic holiday, this is a time where families and communities would gather together and have a big bonfire and a wonderful feast. We've discussed some of the things about Yule in the past, as we've historically noticed colonies would celebrate Yule, but this is also the time, and even especially in those colonies, where they would talk about the rebirth of the sun god, or the rebirth of the god of the hunt is another one that could be referenced this way. And they see the image of this god, or this aspect of God, as the light of the sun itself. So we've been going through the whole year. We experienced the long nights of summer and the early mornings and how warm it got. And we've noticed that over time, as we've seen the falling of the leaves and the changing of the season and our shift to going inward instead of being out so much, as the sun has been a little less every single day from the summer solstice until now. And now on December 20th and December 21st is the time where we will have the longest night, and the sun will, in a sense, maybe be going to sleep a bit. And it may be harder, you may find within yourself, to rise in the mornings as it stays dark much longer. And it may seem a little bit harder to keep staying out too late as this moon has risen and it's pretty dark quite early in the sky. And it really calls to us during this time of year to go within ourselves, to plan, to slumber a bit, to enjoy the quiet a bit, and to figure out what do we want to focus on. Not all the things outside of ourselves, not all of the things back in the day with the farming and all the duties that one would need to do with that, but instead it's time to enjoy the fruits of the harvest that we pulled in from the fall, those things that you've had in your life that you've worked really hard for, and now you're able to enjoy that a bit. And it's time to really rest. It's time to go within and get the rest, get the rejuvenation that you need, so that you can make the planning that you want to plan for the next year and all that will be coming as the light is now returning. From the coldest and darkest night, maybe not the coldest night, but from the darkest night of the year, every single day we'll be getting another minute or sometimes 2 of sunlight that will be coming up. So as we would traditionally celebrate this as the return of the sun god, showing itself as a brand new newborn babe rising in the sky and bringing us more light every single day, it's a time to also think about, where do you want to bring light in your life? Where is it that you need to shine a bit more light in your life? What things do you feel light of spirit in your life? What things have you been thinking maybe you want to do, or you know you should do, but you just don't really ever set the time to do it? This is the time to get started, because you can do it very simply if you tie it in with the 1 or 2 minutes of a day that we're getting of new daylight that expands our hours within ourselves. So if you are, let's say you've been wanting to meditate, or maybe you've been wanting to practice yoga, or maybe you haven't been doing yourself Reiki and you know you should be doing yourself Reiki. Any of those things are very easy to tie in as the light returns. So for 1 minute on December 22nd, you could do just 1 minute of meditation or 1 minute of Reiki or whatever it is that you want to do that brings in more light into your life. And the next day, go for 2 minutes, and the next day, go for 3 or 4 minutes. So every day, as we're getting an extra minute or two of the sun, it's peeking up a little earlier at dawn, it's staying out a little later in the evening. Add that time into growing your own spiritual journey. It might be that on day 10 you choose to do 5 minutes of meditation in the morning and maybe another 5 minutes in the evening, so it's manageable and it's small and it's not something that you feel like you need to put off or you don't have time for. You can grow into the habits that bring so much light into yourself and into your life that it's going to make incredible things happen within your life. And there are many other festivities that we can do this time of year. I love the Yule log, and really sitting and sharing stories around the Yule fire can be wonderful. One of the things that we do here at Earth and Sky, oftentimes at Yule, is our labyrinth. And this is something that you could even consider doing at home if you choose, or perhaps you have a group of friends that you would like to have come over and share this idea within yourselves. But I think that this is a time where we often think about, with the new year, what goals do I want to set? What do I wish for? What do I wish was different in the past year? What did I like in the past year? Kind of doing that reflection or going through the gratitude of introspection and figuring out what you would like to enhance and activate more, and what things you're really happy to let go of. And whenever we want to wish for something in our lives, or we want to create something in our lives, we can create so much more if we also focus on what we want to give to the world. What do we want to wish for others? Where do we want to share the light with others? And so what I do with the labyrinth, that I encourage you to do as well, or if you're in our area, then certainly feel free to come and join us. Just contact us to let us know you'll be interested. But is to set up a labyrinth, which is basically a spiral. So you can do this with a string on the floor or a ribbon or candles. If you want to do it safely, make sure you're doing it safely if you're making the line with candles, or whatever you want, so that you're walking into the center of a circle. And as you do this, carrying a candle, you should carry the candle in and think about what it is that you want to wish for in your life. And as you're carrying the candle in, the candle is not lit yet, but you're thinking about what you want to create. What are you dreaming for? What are your big goals, or what are your small goals? Think about what you really want and really increase that desire of that within yourself as you're walking the spiral of the labyrinth. And in the center of the labyrinth should be a small altar or a table with many candles on it. And as you reach that center, light the candle that you're carrying and see the light of the universe, the light of love infusing your candle with a beautiful glow that will truly be activating the light on all of the things in your life that you're wanting to grow in this next year. And then as you ponder that for a moment while you're at the center, then think about what it is that you want to wish for the world. Maybe the world to you is your group of friends. Maybe the world to you is your community, the state or the province in which you live. Or maybe to you the world is the entire globe and all of the citizens, perhaps even animals and people together. Whatever size your vision is of the world, think of what you wish for that. And then as you walk out the labyrinth, your candle will be lit as you ponder and think about what you're wanting to send out to the world, completing that circle out and seeing that light extending all the way out around all of those, asking the light to touch anyone who needs it with peace, blessings, light, prosperity, joy, hope, whatever it is that you want to envision. And always leaving it up to whatever is best for every individual, because often we as humans don't know what's truly best for us or why certain things are happening. But when you leave that little caveat in, it allows the light of spirit to help this to shine in the way that's best for you, to help you as we prepare for the new year that's coming ahead. There's so many other wonderful Yuletide festivities and possibilities. I definitely encourage you to look at some of our past videos in the archive from previous years if you'd like to learn a little bit more about that. And I hope this gives you some food for thought about how you'll be increasing the light in your life as the sun begins its return and starts coming back, bringing more and more light every single day until we reach the summer solstice. Have a great week, everyone. Please remember to share our videos out, hit the like, and hit the subscribe buttons. Thanks.